3D Palace tower, and it was the 3D Palace shed. And now it's just me, Chris. So there you go, old blue if you want to go old school, and you can. Right, pardon me, I've just had a delicious meal, which included strawberries and raspberries and stuff, and now I'm going on to do some glycon stuff. Now, if you've been there while I've done my interrupted sessions, I do apologise. It was a couple of incidents, like Amanda reminded me that I had copyrighted music playing in the background, which is a no-no, obviously. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm doing some tinkering at the minute in, what do you call it, Unreal Engine, and I've made a folder here called Glycon. Okay, so I've made a nice new file, and here's my Glycon file. And in here I'm going to import, so I'll just go to my import function, and I'm going to import this, which I call Jack Fisher Sitting Intro. Okay, now this is a file made by Glycon, which is a piece of software. It was Glycon VR. I suggest you look it up. It's basically lets you do motion capture using an Oculus, which is incredibly helpful. So I'm just going to import. I'm not choosing a skeleton or anything. This is important. Okay, can't find bind pose. It can never find bind pose, and the head is square. Doesn't matter, as long as we have the skeleton here. Okay, and this, which is the skeleton mesh, and a physics asset. Okay, so let's double click on this. There's no animation in it. Brilliant. So I'll load a different one in. A lot of my animation, my not animations, my whatever you call it, my Glycon kind of files I've been working with. I've messed around with, so they're not great. Let's try this one. What I'm doing is I'm looking for one that's going to have the animation file with it. I think that's it there. Skeleton mesh, physics asset. No, God, dear me. Why me, eh? Okay, let's get rid of that one as well. It's my own fault, unfortunately. I'll do a last one. Hang on, and then I'm going to cry and bang my head off a wall. Let's have this one, 21st of the 5th. That sounds good. As you can see, it's been a while since I've done it, so I want to make sure... Oh, I didn't click import animations. Holy shit. Never mind. Import. There we go. Time for a coffee. Always import animations. So you told you it wasn't Glycon's fault. Right. So here's my 4 files, which I'm going to save. And here's my skeleton first. Now, as you can see, that's weird. Where's my skeleton? Well, go up here to character, bones, and we want all hierarchy. And now you can see him, yeah? Now, if I view pose, you'll notice my view pose. Can't see him. That's weird. Now, if I was to move this, okay, and then... See? He vanishes again. What's going on there? So, what I need to do is I need to set my pose, okay? So, I'm going to move this down 50. And I'm going to move this down 50, like that, okay, and then modify pose, use current pose, okay, and now if I hide pose, there, okay, that's it. It's like a flapping bird. Okay, now next, set up rig. So the rig it's going to have will be a humanoid rig, okay. I'm not going to mess around with anything in here for the time being. I don't think I need to do very much, so I'm just going to click save. Now, if I go to my skeleton tree over here, okay, you can see there's lots of stuff going on, and what I'm interested in is this, okay. So I'm going to click options, show retargeting options, right click, recursively set, and we're going to have them recursively set to skeleton. And then the pelvis is going to be set to animation scaled. Okay, and I'm going to click save. I think this is the right one. We'll soon find out, won't we? It's exciting. Okay, now I'll go to my animation, and you can see he's sitting there having a look around, doing all his thing, which looks correct. All right, now I'm going to move that over to there. Now, what I want to do is I want to retarget this to an existing skeleton. So I'm going to go right click. Sorry, I need the anim first, and I'm going to right click, retarget anim assets, and this is a bit of a tinker, okay, you've got to tinker a bit. Duplicate animation target, and you say, oh no, there's nothing there, I can't move it to anything. That's because I don't have a preview asset, so let's go back over here, and this is my skeleton, That's also my skeleton. Cool. Okay, these are all my skeletons at the minute. Go over that. And on my retarget, under preview, I'm going to do that. Save, preview mesh, that one. Save, done. Right. So, retarget to another skeleton. Oh, I still haven't done this right, have I? I'm hopeless at this game. Let's do it again. Why aren't you loading? Load. Okay, view pose. See, that's my view pose. Preview mesh. Skeletal. Okay, apply to asset, because I forgot to do that. Save. Done. Because for some reason it needs that. Ah, dear me. I don't think I've got any skeletons in here. What the heck's going on here? I better go and see if I've got any other skeletons I can bind it to, because this is starting to look a bit grim, isn't it? Here's Wild Tribe. Animations. That's not a skeleton. Are these? Ah, here we are. Let's just check this is a humanoid skeleton. Humanoid. Save. Preview mesh. Yeah, just use any old thing. I don't really care, so I'll have that. Okay, apply. And save. There we go. Actually, I'll change it to set A. There we are. Set A. Apply. And save. Okay. Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed. So I'm going back into Glycon. And hi, how are you, person in chat? Good to see you. Right click, retarget. There it is. So now I can retarget to my other skeleton. Okay. And I'm going to retarget. Now this is the bit where we kind of hope it worked. If not, then I'm going to change some of the retargeting options and do it again. And I'll keep on doing it until such times it works. Oh no, it worked. There we go. Straight off, straight away. Can you believe it? Bones, none. So there you go. That is, I mean, it's not quite right if you look. The wrist there is a little bit off, which lets me think that probably the twist is causing a bit of a problem. But if you've used Glycon before, you'll kind of know what I mean with this. Apart from those minor errors in the fingers, it is looking okay. Things are kind of positioned correctly. I'll fix that because it's obvious I'm using the wrong kind of skeleton for it. Let's have a look. Glycon skeleton. Let's see. I don't know if I can retarget this back. Let's have a find out, shall we? Character, bones, all. Yeah, that's fine again. So skeleton tree, options, show retarget options. Okay, so let's do this again. So skeleton retargeting, just animation scaled, and on the pelvis. Fuck it, why not? Pardon my swearing. That's what we'll do. Right. Duplicate, retarget. It's just basically a case of tinkering around with these until such time as it looks like it's going to work. Which I know sounds kind of weird, but that's what you do. None. I mean, as you can see, the wrists are kind of starting to get there, although there are some parts where it's not quite right. And again, this is all to do with skeleton retargeting. If you've seen this before when it's really not working, you'll know that the feet and the head and everything else just go off to a whole different place. So this is a big improvement over what we had. We'll do it another time. Let's see if I can just, let me see, options, show retargeting, and rather than being animation scaled, don't want orient scale. I don't know why that's set to animation scaled anyway. Let's see. Try animation relative. Actually, no, that should be that one. Right click. Cursively set retargeting a skeleton, but this one being animation scaled. save. Okay. And go into there. See if that made a difference. Not really. I'm going to have to find what's causing that. But I think that could be the twists. Because we do have a lot of twists going on around the wrists as well, which are bones that aren't really used. But we'll see. Anyway, hopefully this should get you on the path to sorting out your Glycon imports. As such, I mean, they will work fine, promise.